Yeah, I went to sleep. I was like, did I touch it?
I'm gonna start recording. So now we're looking at high def recording, and then we're gonna load that stream.
All right. So everybody tuning in this evening, at least so far in the broadcast, your normal host is going down to announce the starting lineup and some of the player bios for special evening, special game. So we're going to go ahead and honor Evergreen High School and the events that happened earlier in the year. It's kind of cool that Dakota decided to go ahead and do that. I'm your host, Andy, at least for the interim, until he comes back up and takes control of the knobs and levers and doodads and screens and all that good stuff. So sit tight, hang on. As we get the setup.
And just like that, we're ready and we're back up in the stands for period number 1. Here to go. Welcome again to Littleton, Colorado, the Edge Ice Arena. So we watch our Dirty Birds, Dakota Ridge Eagles, take on Lewis Palmer Rangers. And we're off and on the face-off. Hudson gets it over and up and into the zone. And I'm trying to find out who number 18 is, because that looks like Hero, but not Hero. Maybe. At least that wasn't the starting lineups I got. Nonetheless, I think I'm still spinning from running up the stairs there after doing the announcements. What a great game here. As you can see, we're wearing the Evergreen Cougars jerseys here. And delayed whistle. The official's low. Wondering why we didn't play the puck. Let's take that face off deep in our zone. On the draw is Forrest Dillard. Forrest gets to the puck, tosses it out. Face off back to Tyler Gray. Gray gets it up to Tarps. Tarpin off the boards to Forrest Dillard. Dillard brings it in. Back over Tarpin. Squirts back out. Back over Cryans. It's on the ice now. Cryans circles. Long pass up to Tarpin Joy. He gets bumped off the puck. Back out in a neutral zone. As Tyler Gray picks the puck back up at the blue line, over to Gavin. Gavin chips it out over to Forrest, not out, but he gets control over it, over to Tarpin Joy. And back in she goes. Lofted out into Lewis Palmer territory. 18 takes it. Tried to center and nobody home. As Reed O'Neill gave him a little tap. And they come back in, get a shot wide of the net. Rangers skate through it, take a shot. Dax flips the Shamu out, and the puck goes down the length of the ice for an icy call. And we'll try to sort out these number details. To it, chips it around the boards. Back around to the near side point, kept in by the Rangers. Rangers get a shot. Dax with a blocker. They calm it down, throw it back to the blue line. They loft it back in wide of the net. Hudson had him lined up. He squeaked past him. Avoided that check. broke that play up, which is great. And he shovels it out towards the blue line. We have to regroup Reno on the now. Skating around the near side, pressured by the Rangers, and we get it out. Into the Ranger zone. They peel behind the net. Game the red line, and it's Carpet Joy going off for hooking here. Back out the length of the ice as we burn the penalty kill off. Pressure from Forrest Dillard as he back checks nicely. Levin takes it in. Back out. .26 picks it up. Gets it into the zone. Slapper comes through. Wide of the net. And it's all the way around again. They come back down the length of the ice. Collect it behind the goal. Back to the point. They throw it in. Plenty of time. Dax with the save. Bryans throws it up into the mesh, and we'll take a break here. Rangers keep it in. Hudson chips it off the boards to himself. And back in. Hudson checks it against the boards. And it's cleared again. Just a little bit of time left here in our power play. Dax lost his stick. And makes the save without it. Someone kicked him a stick. Dax stickless again, and the puck clearing a tap. Dax with the save, gets over, makes another save without a stick. Now he has it back. Another one. And it's just Lewis Palmer with the relentless assault here in period number one. They skate right in. With an early one. And they control it off the draw. Back to Dillard. Dillard backhands it over. Pierce gets it back to Gray, shot on goal. And the goaltender makes the save.
Stop at the play here, change out. Let's see who we got on the ice here. 6, I think that's Eskin. This is Sweet player. Number 9 is a Sweet player.
Back into the near side corner. And kept in by Gray. Gray throws one over to the net. Dillard pitches in there. Takes the puck away. Centers it. Shot from Gray. And a save made by the goaltender. It's Tyler Gray. Just about nets one there. Puck up into the mesh. And take a face off.
That was an excellent goal, and he got the first one.
Green O'Neill taking the draw for the Eagles. Kept in at the blue line by the Rangers. They toss it around. Buckles over to Rian O'Neill. Rian comes in with Dawkin, loses the puck. Picked up by Buckles. Off the boards. There's Dawkin. And Rian trying to get to it, but Rangers backing with the shot just wide of the net. Another shot on Dax and a save. Throw it down wide of the net, over to the far side. It's past Gunner, and it's back in. On the near side, past Tarpon. They try to sneak one in the side. That door is closed. And it's just all Lewis Palmer skating for the puck right now. It's tied up in the far corner. They take it away. Get another shot off. Wide through the paint and then back around the nets. Gunner gets it over to Forrester's. Gunner with it. Takes it across the blue line. Gains his own over on Dillard's hands. Dillard with the wraparound attempt. Has the rebound. And we got a whistle here.
Wholesale change here. We got Rowe. Eskin's working in. We got Rowe out there. Randall's going to pick it up. He's going to shove it on the side, short side. Open it up the board.
Popcorn's in the air and the Rangers take it. They find it in the slot. Get a shot off. Dax with a bad save. Left side. Backed out. 18 trying to get to it. And it comes back in the other way. Cryans gets it over to Gray. Over to Cryans and then out of the zone. Dawkin with the back check. Only 2 lines here for the Dirty Birds / Eagles. In this game, a lot of the players out of town. Team must be Crow. Probably said it earlier. Yep, Crow is wearing number 18. Need to update the charter here. Off the boards. 8 to O'Neill. Picked up by Gray. Gray controls it. It bounces off the stick. Centers it over to Nate. Nate Dawkins. That's it. Nate Dawkins finds it on his stick. And the Dirty Birds with the equalizer. Back in the face-off circle here after that goal. What a beauty. Hudson Joy gets it around. And it's over on Dawkins. Oops, sorry, that's Forrest's stick. Shot goes wide. Hudson chasing it over here on the near side. They try to feather it through. No damage there as it comes back. The length of the ice for an icing call. Back to the blue line and around. Joy gets to it, sweeps it around to Gunner. Dakota was knocked down there, no call. Just incidental contact. Now the Rangers take it back in. Swept back over to Gunner, and Gunner gets it out. Dillard puts on the back check pressure, takes him against the boards. What a great effort by Dillard. He works it, kept in at the line, and then it gets out finally. Max slides over, shows the glove. Behind the net. They try to center it. No icing. And Dawkins. Oh, that's not a good penalty. Ouch. He was trying to get out of the way. It was a knee on knee. And that's going to be Reno Neal going off. Mitchell's going to have some conversation about this one. 5:51. Scored by Nate Dawkins, assisted by number 8, Rian O'Neill, and number 13, Tyler Gray. Rian, good news is he just went off for tripping there for 2 minutes. He was trying to get out of the way, not hit him. Just ended up tripping him up and hit him misery, dilly-dilly. Let's go. Rangers controlling it. Max with the save. Back over on the near side. And Rangers get it off of the crossbar, it hits the glass. Now it's into the mesh and out of play. Down the length of the ice. And the Eagles burning off first minute of this 2-minute penalty kill. One-timer fanned on. Back to the top of the circle. Off the blocker. Jack slides over. Makes a glorious save. It up and lofts it out. Goaltender stops it behind the net. Dillard breaks up that play. Comes and collects the puck himself, loses it in the skates. It's picked up by Moore. He brings it in. Over to the top of the circles. Redirection wide of the net. Penalties expired. Another save. Dillard looks to skate it out of the zone. Dillard up to O'Neill. O'Neill just past it. And it's offside. Fish. What's going on? Backhanded off the boards, lost it to the Rangers. They get a shot off. Still loose in the slot. Oh, yeah. Open garage door, throws it high. And the Dirty Birds here look like we're going off. But his misery for cross-checking, or not cross-checking, interference. Let's see what it is. Tyler Gray, cross-checking, minor. Complete whiff on that one, and they have to regroup back down in their zone. As O'Neill on the back check. Doc and O'Neill with forwards in this shift. Buddy and Gavin on D. Shot on backs. Buddy throws it the length of the ice. Last minute of play in the first period. They take it in, it goes off of Doc and skate. Hudson tosses it around, kept in at the blue line. They corral it. It hits the bodies, doesn't make it through. Off with a stick. They shovel it back to the point. Whip on it. And O'Neill there to give some pressure. Another shot wide in the net. And it's sent the length of the ice as O'Neill in there. Intercepted almost by O'Neill. Let's see. Pesters them. Accidentally bumps into him. Yeah, we'll take a little break here. And after the first period, score on the board, 1-1. Shots on goal, 19-3. We'll see you after we make the ice here. We'll be right back. broadcast. Smash that like button and subscribe. We got more goodness coming this season. Take a look around the live games of the league here on a Saturday night. Chatfield Varsity finding themselves in a big hole again. 5-0. Ralston Valley up 5 there in 5A Varsity League 1 and 4 action. Chatfield going into that one with 0-1-1 record, 1-0-0 for Ralston Valley. Ralston to be one of those tough teams. We play them up next, I believe. Summit Varsity 4A against Battle Mountain Varsity. Battle Mountain's up 4-0. Our game knotted up here at ones. In the first intermission, Silas Bailey scoring at 10:33. For Lewis Palmer, Nate Dock, and net on at 5:51 in the first period for the Dakota Ridge Eagles. Monarch JV down to PSD 4-0, unfortunately. That's the live roundup right now across the league.
Well, they have told us that it's becoming a problem. And also, I'm like, that's what I'm I wanted to get this.
Tyler Gray in the box here to start the period for the next 27 seconds. Allegedly, maybe not. I know we definitely don't have 6 players on the ice. Looks like it's just remnants from last period. 17 fresh was on here for period number 2. Even. Not even strike. Way too many men on the ice. There we go, period number 2 underway. Rangers control it. And they take it back into the zone. Back to the blue line. Shot wide of the net. Nate gets it out, finds it on his stick. Nate comes through. And nice poke check by Hudson Joy. Gray out of the box, he comes out like a bull in a china shop. Taking everybody out, including Reed O'Neill. He gets thrown against the boards. And they take it back in around. Picked up at the blue line and shipped it forward. Thrown back deep by the Rangers. Back over to Huddy. Huddy chips it off the boards, gets it to O'Neill. O'Neill skates it behind his own net. Swept out by Buckles. They toss it back in. Dak's going to take it this time. Leaves it behind the net for Hudson. Chips it over to himself. Gets it. Throws it around the other side where Buckles chases it down. Just trying to get that play coming out. We finally do. There's O'Neill. Gets it back over to Nate, to O'Neill. Palmer takes it in. Lewis Palmer. Oh, that was a beauty centering pass. It didn't hit his stick though, but a good idea from the Rangers. They don't connect though. Hudson with a great defensive play, takes that puck away, chips it up forward to Dillard, and Dillard weaves through traffic, avoids a big hit, and thrown back. Buckles takes him out, shot wide of the net, and kept in by the Rangers. Buckles, he tried to throw it out, they blew a tire, and it in anyway. There's Dillard. Dillard takes it behind the net. Looks like a penalty coming up here. Palmer going off for slashing here, I think. And indeed, that is the call. Dirty Birds heading on a power play here for the next 2 minutes. Eli Rowe going off for slashing. 97. They fed on the puck. The Dakota Ridge fans egging them on. Here comes Tyler Gray. Gets it over to Dillard. Forrest comes in, centers it. Jack Griggs in there. Jack wearing number 24. Because we're wearing the evergreen jerseys, not all numbers align in perfect harmony. But we're pretty darn close. Here's Griggs now with it. Shovels it over. Tarps. Chasing it down. Collected by Cryans. He backs it up. Gray over off the boards to Cryans again. Back to Gray. Tyler gains the red line, gains the blue line, leaves it for Griggs, and it's slapped all the way down the ice by Lewis Palmer, where Dax picks it up, leaves it for Dillard. Dillard tried to get it around, puck loss, and up into the nets. Connor over to Huddy. Huddy to Dawkin. Dawkin peels in. He gets pushed against the boards. Fans looking for a call, not getting one. Back to Joy. Throwing back the length of the ice again. 5 seconds left on the power play for the Eagles. Play hot potato here. There's Green O'Neill. O'Neill takes a shot and it's way up into the net. Netting, deflecting off of the Rangers goaltender. Gray throws it around the boards and kept in by the Rangers. Gray tries it again. It's going to be an icing call against the Dirty Birds. Waved off by one, called by the other apparently. Referees mixing signals. 40, that starting center, made a nice play. Couldn't connect, gets caught in the referee's feet. Ryan's now with it. Tried to chip it off the boards and it's up and out of play. Save off that play. Puck lofted out. Poke checked away by Forrest Dillard, and the goaltender had to grab that one up quick. Forrest was on the loose. That's how the Eagles have been getting their goals. They turn on the aggression, get in there, and the fighting spirit that's heading them for him here. Knotted up at one. Trying to hit Dawkin. Neal picks it up, loses it to the Rangers. They take it in and skate past him on the doorstep. And they couldn't get a handle on it. Back the other way. In the Ranger zone. They send it the length of the ice for an icing call. Just under 10 minutes left here in period number 2. 1-1. gets it up to O'Neill. O'Neill works it with Ryland. Couple of saves there. They try to work it in front of the net. Another few saves and Dax stops it. Well, pushing and shoving. Gets it over to Tarpon. Tarpon. To Dillard. Dillard looks for a out. And Gray has to back up into our zone. Bryant's gets it to Forrest. Forrest has Griggs with him. Forrest and Griggs in there. He gets tied up. Griggs gets it. Centering pass. No, we have to put on the reverse lights because it's back the other way. Shot saved by Dax. And another shot from the high slot wide of the net. Dillard gets it out, caught in the toenails of Tyler Gray, and he brings it in. Loses it. And now it's lost in the slot. Loose. Back to the top of the slot. Griggs gets a shot off. Tarpon Joy trying to keep it in, back over to Jack Griggs. Griggs finds Forrest. Dillard gets in there, takes a shot, it's high in the net. Goes in for the rebound, picked up by Lewis Palmer, and they steer it out of the zone. They get challenged by the Eagles. The Eagles looking pretty good here in the late half of period number 2. Lofted out of the zone. They try nifty backhander move back to the high slot. Hits Tyler, and he gets it over to Griggs. Griggs shoots it up over to Forrest Dillard, who was off to the races. Dillard leaves it for Griggs. Griggs has it. Griggs with a quick shot. Rebound. It's another shot. Goaltender slides out, makes a save. A flurry of Dakota Ridge activity here. It out, gains his own, and it goes up into their own bench. We'll take a face-off outside of Dakota Ridge territory. Shots in this period, they're low, but we got 3-1 in favor of Dakota Ridge as far as the 3-2 in favor of Dakota Ridge. 3-2. What am I saying? 3 shots to 2 shots in this third period. Total shots 22-6 in favor of Lewis Palmer. Lewis Palmer keeps it in, and it's directed up into the mesh by Dax's stick. stood up and thrown down. I don't know how that's a penalty. That's just called hockey where I come from. O'Neill's going off for 2 minutes for playing hockey. Ref might be thinking he had his elbows up. Elbows up may be good for Canadians. That face off again as that popcorn up in the air. Nobody knows where that puck is. It was behind the guy who did a somersault over the blue line. Lewis Palmer stays in behind. Just shellacked. Broke the play up. I don't know if that was a good or a bad thing, but Rangers heading off. 2 minutes here. Colin Saber going off for roughing. Green O'Neill going off for unsportsmanlike conduct. Which I guess called hockey. Back into the Dakota Ridge zone and picked up by Forrest Dillard. We'll leave it for Buckles. Buckles will calm it down and get it back over to Dillard. Dillard walks the blue line and Dawkins a blade of grass in on the outside. So we got 4-on-4 here. The next 60 or so seconds. Joy throws it back around to Buckles, and Buckles will work it out if he can. Taken away at the blue line, and Putty with a great stick. Getting that puck away from him. Hudson with a beauty. Back to the blue line. Dax with a blocker save. Throws it over to the far side. There's Donkin in there. Another blocker save by Dax. Back the other way. Where Nate gets it to Dillard. Penalty. O'Neill's firing and it's a goal! Oh! Juicy rebound, and Dakota Ridge was right there to take advantage of a garage door hanger. For the first time in this Chasta season, Dakota Ridge Eagles taste the lead. 4:03 left in period number 2. Puck left on it, Dax with a save. It was a point blank shot from the slot. That's another juicy rebound. It gets swept beside and behind the net over to the near side. 40 takes it out. for the Rangers. And they get a bad angle shot off the side of the net. Dax covers it up. We'll take a face off. Picked up. Thrown out. Tyler. Tyler chips it up. Back to the red line. Crow and O'Neill are circling around the center ice. Crow using that speed. Love seeing that. O'Neill behind the net. Gets it to the blue line and does get it out. O'Neill now coming in. O'Neill takes a shot off the skate over to the far side. Dakota Ridge coming into a rhythm here. Having a great second period with the go-ahead goal. You can just see the momentum right now as they come into a groove. I like what I'm seeing here. We gotta keep that momentum strong in the last 2 minutes of the second. Hit on Tyler. Circling. There's Tarpon. Joy blows the tire. Back to Hudson. Hudson has it. Hudson throws it over. Oy. Watch out for that too many men on the ice penalty. Luckily we didn't have too many of them. Nice poke check by Bucks. Buckles gets it again, chips it up to Griggs, and it goes over to Huddy. Huddy back over. Jack picks it up. Forrest Dillard circles around, leaves it for Tarpon, back over to Forrest Dillard. Axel the save, another save. Seconds here left in period number 2. Face off deep in Dakota Ridge territory. And Cryans gets it out. They need to sync up and get onside again. Another shot. Dax gets it in the 5-hole, closes it up. 10 seconds. Flyers in period number 2. We're going into this intermission ahead. Dakota Ridge 2, Rangers 1. Final shots on goal as game chiefs reporting 28-8. Both good and lucky numbers. And to the cheers of the crowd. Let's skate off. We'll get a fresh sheet of ice and we'll be right back. about ready to get underway here, period number 3. Dakota Ridge Hockey 2025-26 head coach Jason Brand, assistant coaches Cody Wild, Mike Joy, Jay Griggs, and our principal Kim Keller, athletic director Jeff Legault, and athletic trainer Jason Dayton. Zebras get back on the ice after taking a coffee break. Keys to this period, keep grinding. We controlled the play in that second period, keeping the activity quite down. Scoring a goal on the better side of the penalty board. Only taking one there in the period number 2. And Eagles get back on the ice. Take a quick second to say a big Colorado-sized hello. Family and friends all over North America, including the Great White North. Good day to all those in the Ottawa Valley. Period number 3 underway. Palmer takes it in. It's off Honey stick. Goes wide of the net. Palmer coming out. Guns ablaze, and they throw it up into the mesh, and we'll get a stop and play to face off. Varsity brethren are filtered into the rink here. Their game ended earlier today, earlier this evening. Face-off, the puck goes in. We got a tie game. Gets out. Controlled by the Rangers. Thrown back deep by the Rangers. Ryans back to Griggs. Oh, intercepted by the Rangers and a save by Dax. Gets it over. Dillard. Dillard leaves the puck. Dawkin tried to get to it. But he's backing out. Ray got it over to Cryans. Oh, Cryans gives it away. They take the puck away and throw it back behind the net. Lewis Palmer controlling, getting the shot off. That was a weird redirect there. Caught up in front. Puck loose. Penalty coming up against somebody for something. And it's coming out into the Rangers zone. That penalty's coming up against the Rangers here. Lewis Palmer going off for roughing. Time of the penalty 14:01. 51. Lewis Palmer, short-handed, takes it in, gets it over on net. Hudson takes it off of Dax's stick. Turnover again inside of his zone. You can't do that. We're just letting them skate around here, and they're going to come all the way back, waste some time. Toss it back the length of the ice. As it is a penalty kill, no icing call for that. Griggs gets it over to Dawkin. They'll clear it. Back over to Cryans. Cryans corrals it. Tosses it over to Nate. Oh, Nate turns it over. They bring it in. Nice. Dakota Ridge. Don't lose it now. Keep it together. Rangers. Get it over to Cryans. Gray. Tyler Gray weaves through traffic. Gets in. Whoops! Centers it. And Cryans has to corral it. Back over to Dawkin. And it's an offside call against the Eagles. Shots on goal 36 to 8. Back in they come. Shot high up into the mesh, and we'll take a face off. The puck goes out of play. Buckles throws it around. Rangers get to it first. Chuck it back. Buckles shuffles it over to Griggs. Griggs backhands it out of the zone. Collected by 32. And they'll toss it back out. Buckles takes it. Connor to O'Neill. Back over to Nate. To O'Neill. Past Doc and Griggs chases it down. Rangers have it tied up at the feet. They got it loose. 40 throws it back over the net. Got a big line of fans here across the boards down at ice level, screaming, "Stop the tripping!" As O'Neill off to the pit of misery. Green O'Neill going off for tripping here. 11-12. Griggs kicks it out. Good job from Jack Griggs as Forrest Dillard gets in. Forrest peels around, gets a shot. Oh, it's off the goaltender. What a beautiful attempt by Forrest Dillard. As Dillard circles in there. Dillard, a one-man wrecking crew down there. Rangers wait. Get it over to Buckles. Buckles to Griggs. Griggs off the boards and down. Dillard, almost stole the puck. They're waiting for too long. Dakota Ridge overskates it there. Leads to the Rangers controlling it. Rangers get it over the far side. Crow tried to backhand it out of the zone. Kept in at the line. Ryan's in there. And Griggs with a beautiful hit. He's working it. He's getting elbowed in the head. No call on that. As the ice tilted in the wrong direction right now. 35 seconds left on penalty to Reed O'Neill. Puck left. 13, they come in. They leave it for Forrest. Forrest says thank you. Picks it up. And there's Rylan Crow on the way down. Goaltender throws it around the glass. They take it in. Max gets the pad out. Back to Ian Strength. Nice and call against the Rangers. Over to Griggs. Griggs chips it off the boards to himself. Griggs takes it away. And it comes back over to Joy. Joy gets it over. Rian loses the puck. Quickly gets it back and gets it over to Nate. To Griggs. see a little more aggression here. Or like aggressive puck play. Lewis Palmer spending way too much time in our zone here. They throw it through the paint. No dice. Back over it out. Almost a 2-on-1, but they get it, clear it. Rangers supposed to get back onside. They do. Regroup. Toss it in. Bryans. Over to Nate. Nate gets it to Ryland. And they touch it up, an offside call. Chipped out of the zone. There's Forrest Dillard. Forrest comes in, puts the brakes on, throws it deep. Gray tries to keep it in on the other side. No call on that one. So Birds get it up to Dillard here. Near boards. Gray pops it out. Forrest picks it up. Forrest has Ryland and Gavin with him. Gavin throws it over to Forrest. Left for Palmer to pick it up. Griggs gets it in, and then Dillard taking it into the boards. Ryland rubbed out. Tarpon in there now. Ryans gets it back behind to Ryland. Ryland feeds Dillard. Skates it, they bring it out. It's a 3-on-2 the other way. And up into the mesh. God, no. Oh my gosh. Dax had to save. The puck came out of his glove, dropped behind him, sat on the line. And I don't know if it was Cryans or Huddy got back there and swiped it back into his pads. That was too close for comfort. And Dax with another save. Holy cow. I'll give you a heart attack. Hopefully not. They're not fun. A bit of WWE action going down there with Huddy and one of the other players. Puck on the doorstep. Griggs gets a shot off. Dakota Ridge down deep. Dawkin working it. Rangers work it down into the Dakota Ridge side. Ryan's off the board, shoveled back in. Ryan's gets it over and it's out. Griggs gets it to Dawkins. Dawkins leaves it for Ryans. Ryans gets a long shot over on the goaltender. Once again, they're rolling 4 lines over there. We're rolling a maximum of, well, 2. Always outnumbered. Never outgunned. It's Tyler Gray. Comes into the zone, loses it though. Rangers in. And a penalty coming up here, or what's going on? 50. Tyler Gray going off to the pit of misery. And an inopportune time. Sock comes in, Dax with the save. That's 43 on the night. As it comes back, point to point. Shot makes it through. Another save. Top of the circles. Puck gets out of the zone. It's Ryland Crow off of his skate, up off of the roof. 2:54-ish left in real time. So we take a second to adjust our clocks. Face off coming out the center. Intercepted by Dawkins. Dawkins throws it in. He'll chase it down. Eagles on a power play still for 45 seconds now. O'Neill breaks it up, gets it out. Good job by Reed O'Neill breaking that up. They'll take it back in. Back to the top. Now gets set up in their box. And we're going to go off for a penalty here. So Dakota Ridge pretty much going to finish this period on a power play. And once we get through the next 17 seconds. Breaking double digits on the shots tonight. 44 to 11. 2-2. We do know when we shoot, we score. Let's do it, and the goaltender slides over and makes the save. Four seconds left on the 4-on-4 before we get Gray out of the box. Tyler back and on the ice now. Dillard chasing it. Tyler Gray over to Cryans. Cryans calms it down. Gray to Buckles. And Buckles gets it over to the blue line, and Griggs takes it in. He gets knocked down. Dillard working it now. Dillard trying to center it. Taken away. Dillard working back there with Tyler Gray. Back the length of the ice. Dax comes out, picks it up. 56 seconds left on the power play, and 1 minute left here in period number 3. Tie game. Dax stops it behind. Cryans takes it. Over to Buffles. Comes Forrest Dillard. Dillard comes in. Dillard tried to weave it through. Cryans. Yikes. Poked away by Cryans. Cryans kicks it out of the zone. They'll throw it back in. Picked up by O'Neill. 16 seconds left on the clock. And the Rangers back the other way. That's it for regulation. 2-2. Shots on goal. 44-12. It's going to overtime. Five minutes of overtime on the board. Time on the way here. Rangers have it pop up into their bench. Take the face off deep in the Lewis Palmer end of the rink. Lewis Palmer also in the same league here. In brackets division, I guess you could say. So we're definitely looking to go ahead here if we can. As Dillard takes it in. Dillard gets it up to Griggs, centering pass, puck loose. And a great chance for the Eagles as they come back in. Get a shot way up in the air and around. Max plays it off the boards. Dakota Ridge breaks in. Max with the save. Loose behind the net. Cryans picks it up. Gets poked away. Cryans has to take it up again. Chips it off the boards to Dawkins. Dawkins gets it to O'Neill, and O'Neill gets it. And we're offside here. .326 left here in overtime. Kept in by Huddy from the point. Gets into Griggs' hands. Griggs lofts one up. Boost in the slot. Back to the point. Cryans has it now. Cryans has it poked away. Huddy back there with Crow. There's Cryans. Gets it over to Griggs. Touches his stick. The length of the ice, Cryans picks it up, dumps it back, and it's lofted out. And they're offside, so take a face off with just over 2 minutes left to go here in overtime. Shots on goal, 46 to 12. Dax right there with the save, point blank range. It's up to O'Neill. O'Neill's all alone. Rian O'Neill gets a goal. Oh my gosh, he gets a shot on goal. The goaltender makes a save. Holy cow. Like a timeout being called here by the coach. 1:45 left in overtime. Take a breather. Some noise here. It's going to register on the Richter scale if we keep going. All standing down by the glass, pounding it. Rangers controlling it. They get it behind the net. Centering attempt. Up to O'Neill. O'Neill has it taken away by 40. Knocked down with the high stick. So we'll take a face off here. 1:02 left in the game. Overtime, that is, anyway. And surprise, surprise, we'll see what happens after that. We got another timeout now. As Lewis Palmer stopping the clock.
That was a lost moment.
With the trailer, oh! Dakota Ridge and Rian O'Neill couldn't get that shot. Tyler Gray. Looks like it hit a wrist or something. Oh my good golly. Dakota Ridge doing everything to put this one to bed here in overtime. Face off deep in the zone, O'Neill in the circle. Dawkins. Back to Dillard. Dillard has it. Everyone deep. Less than 30 seconds left here as the Rangers try to get to it. Somebody pick them up. They stick handled off the boots of Tyler Gray. 10 seconds left on the clock. Back to the high slot shot. Wide of the net. Shovel towards the net. Back behind again. Time expires. Regulation and overtime. And woo! What a battle. That's going to end in a draw. And they're pooped down there. Dakota Ridge Eagles tying up their home opener. That's a good one. Final shots on goal, 46-14. Always can get adjusted a little bit after, but dang, Max standing on his head there. And the team putting the goals in there to come away with the tie. With that, we'll say goodnight from the Edge Ice Arena. Have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.
My daughter said to tell you thank you very much. And your goalie was phenomenal.
Oh, that's my son.
Is it your son? We have a goalie in our family too. Not on this team, but he's younger. And so we understand goalies, but your little goalie is, yes.
Thank you. That's a great game. So good. So well played.
Who the hell is that keeper, man?
Sorry?
Who's that keeper? He's a freak. He's a good one. He's, I was giving him credit the whole game. Did you hear me? Yeah, good. Well deserved, man. You got a call. You can get some ice cream tonight.
Oh yeah. It's like, what do you want? Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, we're doing it.
Well, a lot of our players play